The number one way to get your very first Airbnb property in under 30 days listed is called rental arbitrage. Let me explain. Here are the 20 cities that we believe, okay, after going through 20,000, that are going to be the best for you to start your very first Airbnb in 2024 with, okay? I worked at the end of 2023. It works for 2023 or 2024, okay? Now, what you're going to do is go to Zillow.com, and you're going to take one of these cities. Let's just say it's Texas, okay? Waco, Texas. You're going to then put that city in Zillow, and you're going to filter it by rent. Now, what you're going to do is when you filter it right here by rent, you're going to see all the properties on the right-hand side that are for rent in Waco, Texas. Now, what you're going to then do is you're going to see the word more at the top in Zillow here, and you want to filter it by two things. Number one, you want to filter it by furnished property. So all the way down at the bottom of when you select more, you'll see the little area here that says where you can type it in. You just type in furnished. Okay? The other thing you want to do is where it says how long it's been listed. I'm going to tell you a secret here. This is a gem. Where it says how long it's been listed, you want to select more than 90 days. Let me say, this is the biggest reason why. If you have a homeowner, let's say you were a homeowner, and you had a property that you owned and you weren't able to rent it for whatever reason, you're not able to rent the property. Okay? Why, if you couldn't rent it for the last 90 days, 3-4 months, why would you not, when I send you an amazing script, be open to understanding what we do as a company? Okay? So we're looking for homeowners who are in pain. It's very simple. You just filter it by listed for more than 90 days and furnished properties. That's going to pull up on the right-hand side all the properties in Waco, Texas that are for rent. Furnished properties, that's going to save you $3,000 to $5,000 right there. Merry Christmas. Don't ask me for a Christmas gift because I just gave it to you right there. And property owners that are in pain because they're not able to rent. Okay? Once you filter it, it's going to bring up all the properties. You're going to then select any of the properties, click it, and it's going to bring up the property details. You're going to take my script right here that I'm sending you, this one, and you're going to copy this and put it in the place where it says ask a question. So when you click on any of the properties, you'll see a blue button that says ask a question. All you're going to do is ask a question to the homeowner, right? But instead of you actually asking a question, all you're going to do is take this script and put it in that button. Copy, paste, boom, hit submit. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to do 10 per day. Okay, that's it. Now, let me give you an example. If you're 90 years old and you have an AOL account, you can do this in 10 minutes. If you have any skills on a computer, you can do 10 scripts. All you're going to do is select another property, copy, paste, right up into the ask a question box. Select the next property in Waco, Texas. They're going to have all the properties that are furnished and been listed for a long time. Select the next property, ask a question, copy, paste. Select the next property, click it, copy, paste. It's that simple, guys. It takes less than a minute to do this. So you'll copy and paste the script 10 times into there. Now, here's what's going to happen. Because you have to put your name, phone number, and email, okay, when you copy and paste it, what's going to happen is you're going to have homeowners that are going to reach out to you and say, hey, tell me more about what you do. I'm interested. I want to know. When do you want to come look at the property? That is a good indication that, remember, these homeowners are in pain. So all we're looking for them here now to do is reach back out to us via email and text and say, hey, tell me more. Now we have a warm lead. Remember, guys, this is a warm lead. This is someone who now is in pain, wants to rent their property, and is now open because the script basically outlines what you need. Let me say this again. The script tells you everything about what we do. And essentially what it says is this. We're a corporate leasing company. We welcome in travel nurses, doctors, chiropractors, business professionals. Okay, we have relocators. Sometimes we have people with house fires. Sometimes we have people with floods. But Mr. Homeowner, we're going to make sure that your property stays in immaculate condition and for sale condition the entire time. In fact, it'll be in better condition when we leave than your property is right now. And the reason for that is because we have professional cleaners that come in once or twice a week to deep clean the property. And any maintenance on the property under $500, we're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to be out of your hair. We're going to be the best tenant you've ever had. Okay, that's essentially what it says in the script. So now you got a homeowner that's in pain. They've had their property listed for several months. They're not able to rent it to a traditional tenant. And then we hit them with this perfect script, which is everything they're looking for as a homeowner. tells about making the payments automatically. It talks about professional guests. It talks about keeping their property in immaculate condition. And all a homeowner cares about is two things. Are you going to make the payment every month? And are you going to protect my asset and not trash it? And basically that script covers both of those. So now when they reach back out to you, they are already warm, guys. They are already at the point where they're like, all right, cool, let's talk. Okay? Now, here's the deal. You have two choices. Choice number one is you can wait for them to reach back out to you, and then you can get on the phone and you can say, hey, look, this is what I decided. Take this video right here. Transcript if you want to. We're a corporate leasing company. We welcome travel nurses, doctors, chiropractors, business professionals, relocators, sometimes house fires, sometimes flood. Okay, they stay for a couple days, sometimes they stay for a couple months. But at the end of the day, your property is going to be in for sale condition the entire time. And we have no smokers, no pets, and generally no little kids. Okay, your property will be in better condition when we leave, than it is right now. You want to take that right there. When a homeowner calls you back and is like, hey, I'm interested, get on the phone and say, hey, remember what I just told you right there? That's what I want you to say. Now, here's the downside to that. The downside to this is that you have to remember that without credibility, it's a little bit more difficult. Okay, so you're calling a homeowner, and a homeowner is going to ask these things. Hey, YouTuber lover, you guys that all love YouTube, okay? You're number one in my book because you're here, you're listening to me. At this point, you're listening to me, I love you, okay? Just so you know. But here's the deal. What's going to happen is when you get on the phone, you got to then call landlord and say, hey, listen, I'm interested. And then you basically tell them that script, okay? Which you could also just take the script that I gave you. It's essentially the same thing. You're just going to say in person this time when they reach back out to you. But here's the deal. You get on the phone with them and you say, hey, listen, this is what we do. They're going to say things like this. How many Airbnbs do you have? How long have you been doing this? What is your website? Do you have a couple of references I can call? Happens every time. Now, if you don't have references, Airbnbs, you don't have any credibility, it makes it very difficult. Is it going to be impossible? No. Could you get someone out of a lot of calls to say, you know what, I'm willing to give you a shot? Absolutely. Okay, you can do this alone, or like I'm doing with my students, I'm gonna share with you this right now. Okay, but let me first say this. Before you get on the phone and you talk to a landlord, you wanna make sure that the property actually makes sense financially. So for example, what you're going to do is you're going to get onto AirDNA. That's AIR, D as in David, N as in Nancy, A as in Apple.com. Okay? You can also do Rabu. It's RABBUU. I don't know how to spell it, right? But Rabu.com. That one's free. AirDNA costs a little bit of money. What you're going to do is take the address. Once the landlord reaches out to you and is like, hey, I'm interested, take the address from the property, because they're going to send it back to you, 123 Lala Street. Hey, I'm interested. They'll message you back, right? When they message you back via text and email, take the address and put it in Rabu or AirDNA if you want to get the software, okay? And then basically when you put it in there, this software is going to tell us how much we can make per month profit, okay? We have to deduct our expenses. Here's the expenses. Whatever gives you an annual revenue, what you want to deduct is three things. You want to take out your rent payment. You want to take out utilities. As Airbnb is, we pay utilities. Figure about $200 a month. So you take out your rent, you take out your utilities, you take about $400 out for cleaning. Once you remove those from the annual revenue, okay, divide it by 12 so that way you have a monthly, and it'll tell you what your potential net profit could be on that property. So for example, what I would want you to do, let's say that you put the address in and it says the annual revenue is $50,000. That's your annual revenue. Divide that by 12, now you have your gross monthly. This is what you could make per month. But you still have to take out your expenses. Take out the rent from that, take out $200 of utilities, and about $400 for cleaning. And that'll give you the remaining potential net in your pocket money per month, okay? Now, if that number that you get to is less than $1,500, I don't recommend doing the property. That's my threshold, okay? After I remove my rent, and after I remove my utilities, and after I remove my cleaning, if I have less than $1,500 on that number, I'm going to pass. It's a hard pass for me on the property. You want to make sure you have a cushion. In this business, over 90% of people fail in the first year because they pick the wrong property, they pick the wrong market, and they can't get a landlord to say yes to save their day. And a quick story is I actually had a mentor help me because what I said, I couldn't get this guy to get me a property. I mean, I thought I knew everything about Airbnb. This is when I first started. Okay, and I called the guy, and he wasn't going to do it. So I got a mentor on the phone. And at that moment, I realized it wasn't what I knew, it was actually who I knew. And so now what I do for my students is you don't have to worry about getting on the phone with landlords. If they come back to you and said, hey, I'm interested, tell me more, you, me, and landlord are going to get on the phone. I'm going to say, hey, listen, I'm working with James. I'm working with you, okay? And here's what we do. I do the pitch for you, but I use my credibility, my background, my Airbnbs, my references, my website, whatever you need to help you with the credibility, but it's actually going to be in your name. I don't get a single penny from that. If you made it this far right here in this video, understand this thing. I don't operate from a money standpoint. I operate from an understanding of impact. I want to impact your life in a positive way, okay? I could be charging money for this, but I don't. I do this as part of my program. If we work together, then guess what? I'm willing to get on the phone, help you with the research, help you with the right property, make sure it's profitable, and get on the landlord calls with you so that I can help you secure your deal. Okay, that's what I do. Okay, that's how I got to number one, is just by giving so much value to help you guys. Okay, so those are the three things, guys. So now you know what you need to do immediately to get your first Airbnb in under 30 days. It's called rental arbitrage. We don't have to buy property. We're just going to rent from the landlord, get the permission, put it up on Airbnb. Okay, I'm going to do another video. If you guys like this, I'm going to do another video where we're going to talk about what happens when we get the property on Airbnb, right? What happens? We have, pictures. We have description. We have our title. That's very important, what we call the SEO, search engine optimization, because we're going to help you get on the first page. And this is so important because Airbnb is actually what they call an interest algorithm. All the software they care about in Airbnb is to make sure that you're getting clicks and views. And if you're on the second page, okay, you guys ever been to Google and went down to the second page and saw the number 2 at the bottom and click on it? No, nobody does that. They stay on the first page. Same thing with Airbnb. You get put on the second or third page, nobody's scrolling down, hitting the number 2 and seeing the second page. You're on the first page, you're getting likes, you're getting clicks, you're getting views. And that's how you get more bookings. And so what I'm going to teach you is how to do that, how to use the dynamic pricing, how to use the SEO to get on the first page and stay on the first page so you get more bookings. Okay, so I'll do a separate video on that. But for this one, follow those 3 steps, get your LLC set up immediately. Pick a name, don't overthink it, get that process started. While you're waiting on your articles organization, go to irs.gov and get your free EIN number. It's a 9-digit number, okay? It's for your business. It's like the social for your personal, but it's an EIN, which is identification number for your business. Same thing, okay? You get that, go open up a business bank account, okay? And in comments, if you guys need any help at all setting up your very first Airbnb, just put the word host in the comments section, okay? And then I'll reach out to you directly and we'll set up something, and we'll set up a 10-minute call, no strings attached, and I'll go over everything you need in detail so that you don't miss a beat. Because the end of the world, let me say it this way, at the end of the day, all I care about is your success. I'm going to push you, I'm going to shove you, I'm going to make sure I'm holding you accountable, hold your hand all the way through the process, and I'm going to really help you, okay? If you guys love this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. My name is Investor Mike. I come to you every single day to make sure you know how to set up your very first Airbnb. Maybe it's your second, maybe it's your fifth. No matter what, I became number 1 by helping people and giving back. Maybe one day we work together, okay? But if you want help in doing this in under 30 days, just put the word host inside the comments and I'll reach out to you directly. God bless, be safe, and as always, I'll see you on the inside. Let's roll.